Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and I just want to thank you for dropping by. Even if it's for just a minute or two, I appreciate you dropping by. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is doing well. And I hope you've been having a wonderful day, and that if you are in one of the many states that has a lot of this heat, high heat, crazy heat indexes, and the tornadoes and all that stuff, hopefully y'all are staying cool and you are in somewhere safe. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna get this video started. So I actually wanted to discuss something in particular that I saw on She's Gotta Have It season 2. And it was within one of the episodes, and it's just something that really, you know, hit home for me, like really, really hit home for me, because it's a place that I've been in before, and it's just a lot. So the character Mecca, Shemeka is what the character's full name is, but everybody calls her Mecca. She is in another country, and she has on a bathing suit, and she actually has like one of those bathing suit cover things on. Like had a whole thing on, and she was very self-conscious about what her body looks like, especially after that botched butt injections and the other situation where she fell, the culmination of both of those things happening. So she's very, very self-conscious about what she wears, how much skin she shows. She definitely does not want to show her booty, her thighs, anything around that area, right? So she was literally in her room by herself, looking in a mirror, and she was like disgusted with herself. And I thought she looked good. I was saying to myself, oh, okay, she healing up nice. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Tell me why Fat Joe's character busts in. Well, he ain't really bust in. I just want to say he bust in. Fat Joe's character, who he's very, very in love with her. Like, he lives for her, even though she is not really accepting of it at the moment. But she's slowly realizing that he really does care about her. He came in the room and he like immediately was here for what she looked like. And so he was like, what you doing? Why are you covering up? And so she was like, no, it doesn't look good. I don't look good. And like, he was sitting, like he really was standing there, like setting it off. Like, you were just so beautiful. You just so fine. Oh, you just, like, he really be going all the way off when it comes to her. Man, they did like a little stare down where she was in the mirror just looking at herself, and she just looked at herself and she was just like, I'm so ugly. And I was like, girl, no, you didn't. And you know what I'm saying? That was one of the moments that really like made me become emotional, because I have been there. I've been there. And for me, when I was growing up, from elementary on up to high school, I was teased, I was bullied, all that stuff. I was told that I was ugly. Of course, I was told I was fat even before I got anywhere near the size that I am now. And I was literally not even a size 10 yet in dress sizes. And I didn't have a stomach. I didn't have rolls. I've just always had a booty. I've always had thighs. I've always had breasts. You know what I'm saying? Once, puberty hit, I always had like nice size on me. I was kind of solid or whatever, but I just wasn't fat until now. But I believed everybody back in the day. They said I was fat. They said I was ugly and all that. And my thing is, I got to the point where I was like, well, if my peers are telling me this has to be true. They see me 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? They are looking at me all day. They are in classes with me. We are outside during PE together. We are in the lunchroom together. We are everywhere together. So in my mind, I feel like if my peers are telling me that I'm ugly and all this, and that I am fat, I'm just hideous, I am all these things, I fully believed it. And that's the sad thing. You know what I'm saying? I came from a home where a lot of things were kind of understood, or if they were said a long time ago or when I was younger, since I guess because I was the oldest, I kind of feel like a lot of things started to fall off or fall by the wayside because I'm old. I'm the oldest of three. It just seemed like it was kind of like, oh, well, she know we love her. She knows she's beautiful. Like, I've always been treated. I mean, the actions do speak louder than the words, but for me, I want to hear it too. I want to hear it and not just, experience what you're showing me. And I mean, I don't know if that's just seeming as though I am an attention seeker, but I do like attention to a certain extent, but I'm not thirsty. I'm not one of those people. I'm not like what the person who's in the media storm right now. I'm not like Aisha Curry. I'm not like that at all. I mean, she just needs to stop. I was like, girl, what in the world? But I really do. I do like to hear I love you, and I do like to be shown that you love me. I do like to hear you say you look cute today. You are beautiful. And I like to be shown that that's the way you feel about me. Because for me, most of the guys that I have dated or who have acted as if they like what they see because I have booty, hips, thighs, and breasts or whatever, things that really appeal to most men and some of the, bi and lesbian ladies out there. I never knew if they thought that I was beautiful as well, or if they thought that I actually looked okay, in the face. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people that I see, I'm like, ooh, they body everything, but they face. Like, what they call it, a butterface? I feel like I don't have a butterface, so. I look like my daddy and his folks or whatever, but I think it works for me. It works. It works for me. It works. It works for me. It works. But to be serious, for me, it was just something that kind of put me back in a place that I hadn't been in so long, because I saw myself in that scene as it was happening, and I was just like, girl, what? Because she really thought she was ugly. And I mean, like I said, people that I went to school with, they told me that I was ugly. They said that I was fat. They made all these jokes about me all the time. And then on top of that, I grew up, my daddy was the working poor, but he had to make sure himself, my mama, my brother, my sister, and me, we all were clothed and could eat and had a roof over our heads or whatever, right? So that means for us, we were not privy to all this name brand stuff unless it was a hand-me-down or a contest was won or something along those lines, right? So I got teased for wearing hand-me-downs. I got teased for wearing no name brand shoes and Wrangler pants and Lee. Is that what it is? What is the other one? Is Wrangler and something else? But they all come from Walmart and places like that. Those kind of jeans, when I was finally able to have jeans, because I wanted jeans for the longest, but we never really got jeans like that. So I was so happy when I was finally able to have jeans. And if it wasn't some like windbreakers that were cheap from Kmart and Walmart, stuff like that, every now and again when there was a little money to spread around for us to have back to school clothes, we didn't have stuff like that. We usually had hand-me-downs. And I'm very thankful for all that stuff, because there are plenty of people who didn't have anything. They had nothing. So I'm grateful for the fact that we did have things. Might not have been expensive name brand stuff, but we did have things. But in the same token, I got teased for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? My mama, the only thing that was the saving grace for us was that my mama made sure that she did our hair. And we had, myself and my sister, we have thick hair. And even when it was relaxed, she still was able to do nice things with it. And that was like the main thing. That was the highlight of me. That was my accessory. My hair was my main accessory. And I could be like, in my mind, I was like, oh, you could talk about me all day, but you sure can't say nothing about my hair, because my hair was cute. To me, my hair was like cute most of the time. Or if it was, you know, there are some hairstyles that we grew up getting that were kind of like frowned upon, especially like now, if you look back on the pictures, people are like, oh no, I used to have this. But the fact that my sister and I had a full head of hair, there were people who had super duper thin hair and they could barely get it in a ponytail. Our hair was long, our hair was thick, and we had curls. We had anything we wanted to get done to our hair, basically. If my mama could do it and achieve it, or every now and again, she actually paid this woman named Miss Kelly. Shout out Miss Kelly. She braided our hair, and it was some kind of discounted price. She did it out of her home, but that woman was very professional. She had a license and all that. But that was every other now and again, every other blue moon that we got that. And that lasted for a month or two, or however long she would keep it in for us. So yeah, y'all, for me, my accessory was my hair, and I think that's why I love hair anyway. And even though I feel like y'all haven't seen my full potential when it comes to hair, like the only thing that might, as far as what I've seen, and I remember doing on here when I did the little Dutch braid, halo braid, or whatever it is, when I did that, I feel like that was something that might be worthy of saying, oh, that's cute or whatever. That's the only recent thing that I could think of. But yeah, y'all, if I actually would have started YouTube back in the day when people kept urging me to do it, when I was staying doing something to my hair, then y'all would have seen everything that I was capable of. Because nowadays, y'all, I ain't doing nothing. I'm really not. I have to force myself to get up to do certain things that are normal to my hair, because I'm so tired and I'm just so, I don't feel like doing nothing. So, but yeah, y'all, I went through so much, and it's like all I wanted to do was go to school, do my schoolwork, and come home. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't have to have friends. If friends came that were actual real friends, that's fine. But for me, I wanted to go to school, do my schoolwork, and come home. I actually loved school, y'all. I hated when we had to use snow days or whatever, because we didn't get snow like that. We didn't really get snow. I only remember 2 or 3 vivid times when I was a child when snow actually happened. We had a random blizzard one year, and that was amazing because we ended up being out for like a week. I mean, I don't like being out of school, but I'm just saying we were out for a week, and it took like a week for it to go away, a week and a half. Like, it was so much. Our power went out and everything, y'all. It was crazy. And really, that was once or twice in all seriousness when I was a child. And then when I became an adult, it snowed one day. And I'm just like, okay. But now, since I'm not home, it snows way more than it did back in the day. But it did not snow in the part of Alabama that I lived in. That was just something that I would wish would happen on Christmas Day my whole life. So, but yeah, y'all. Oh. But it was a struggle for me, because I always felt like if you do right in life, if you do the things that you're supposed to do, like for me, what you're supposed to do is clean your room, do whatever your chores are, go to school, get good grades, and, you know, whatever. I did all the stuff that I was supposed to do, and I felt like, wow, why am I being punished? Like, why are people teasing me? Why am I being bullied? Like, I never understood stuff like that. And I don't know. That was always crazy to me. But y'all, I really, really had not even low. I had no self-esteem for most of my life. None whatsoever. It wasn't until like I got in the 10th or 11th grade in high school when I had the first sliver of confidence. And that was random. It really was. I was like, oh, where'd that come from? But you know, it's crazy. And then, like I told y'all before in other videos, when I got raped for the second time, and every time I looked up when people were approaching me, they only seemed to want something sexual from me. So it just really started to make me have this crazy sense of why I'm even here. And I hate that I went through that stage in my life. And I still have moments in my life where I don't feel as pretty as I should. Because I feel like I'm on the plain spectrum. Like, I really feel like I'm plain. I don't wear makeup. Only thing I do is every now and again I put lipstick on. My eyes are irritated way too much nowadays for me to worry about eyeshadow. But I used to love eyeshadow. But yeah. But that's all you get out of me. Perfume, which you can't see. So if nothing else, for me, I always smell good, and my hair normally looks good. So those were my accessories. So it was like, oh, you can't say nothing about it. You can't say I stink. You can't say my hair toe down. So yeah, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and say something about that because that part really touched me, and it really took me back to a place that I hadn't been in quite some time. And it's sad that there are people who really are out here who feel like that, whether they're kids or adults. Like, they have low to no self-esteem. And I had no self-esteem, like I said, for most of my life. I really did. And it was crazy because I thought it was normal for me to say, oh, I'm ugly. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if people would sit there and tell me how beautiful I was, they'd be like, oh, you fine. Oh, you cute. Oh, you this. And basically be complimenting me. And I'm like, and I really would be dying laughing at them. Like, yeah, you need to stop joking. You joking too much. Like, I really be dying laughing. They'd be like, what are you laughing about? Like, you are gorgeous. And I'm like, I really would be sitting there dying laughing at them. Like, are you talking to somebody else in the room? Because you're not talking to me. Oh, okay. And there were guys who were so turned off by that. And at times I was like, well, I don't care. You know, and to myself, that they were turned off by the fact that I didn't see myself the way that they saw me. But there were times that I kind of felt like, wow. Because, they would really voice it. They'd be like, yeah, that's very unattractive. That makes you unattractive, that you don't even value yourself enough to see the beauty within. And I'm like, well, but granted, they didn't know the things I'd been through. Like, I had a lot that I'd gone through in my life. And I've been told otherwise most of my life. So it's hard to believe. For me, when people would say stuff like that out of nowhere, it would tend to be a joke. Like, it was a running joke. When anybody would compliment me or say anything that would seem like sweet or nice to me, it was a joke. So when people would be genuine, I never would be able to tell the difference. And I had gotten to a point where I would just straight up ask people, like, are you joking or not? Like, I just need to know if you're joking, because people play tricks all the time trying to act as if they really think one way about me when they don't. And it's all for kicks and giggles, and I don't want to be the butt of anybody's joke. So, but yeah, y'all. I know I've been rambling on, but I just want to come on here and make this video because I thought that was interesting, and that part alone took me to a place I hadn't been in a while. Anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye.